What's going on? It's your boy SB. Man, I hope everybody's been good out there. Yes, you read that title correct. Y'all know what time it is. It is peak season, so I had to do a vlog for it. Right now, it is, for me, my first week going into peak. We just about wrapping the week up. And already, in Amazon fashion, here come the shenanigans. Already, it's just the first week of peak. I think it was the first day of peak. They was like, oh, guess what? You have a new manager. Bruh, on the first day of peak? Listen, your manager is potent. Your manager is very important due to the fact he knows the situation you're in because he put you in it. You feel me? He knows, like, it's just your manager's your manager. So literally, that's the craziest. That's never happened in my whole time at Amazon, having a manager switch right at peak. Crazy. I've literally never had that happen. Now that I think about it, it's like, that sounds pretty iffy. Anyways, though, I didn't question it because I already got a lot of stuff on my plate due to me being on a very, very, high difficult level site. I wasn't, I was kind of like, yo, don't try to bring no sergeant as a new manager trying to crack down on the law when y'all didn't put me on the hardest site. That's what I thought was finna happen. Like, oh, they think they slick. Shout out to design. That's not what happened. It's already been a crazy start on this peak for myself. How has it been for y'all so far? If you're not at Amazon, what does peak mean? That means this is our high volume season. Makes sense. We got the holidays coming up. We got what's the holidays again? We got Thanksgiving. We got Black Friday. We got Cyber Monday. We got we got Christmas that's coming up. Anything between that, I'm not sure. But this is a very high volume time in just consumer spending in general. Now, I know on some of our past lives, there was people who was like, yo, I think Amazon's going to flop this peak. I had a different take. My take was, I don't think so, in my opinion, because people are hurting financially and they're looking for a deal. And I think wherever the best deal is, people will spend their money there. So far, how has it been with y'all? With me, my site is a very high volume site, but I feel the increase of volume just on my end alone. But it was crazy because leading up to peak, there was people who said, they wasn't even getting a full hours. So let me know. Let's tap in. Where are you at right now? We should all be on overtime. My overtime kicked in for basically peak. This week is our first week doing the mandatory overtime. So we locked and loaded. But guess what? It was Amazon shenanigans in that area as well. So listen, I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? I know peak is right around the corner. I know mandatory days is finna get added on there for sure. Bet I'm ready. I was ready to work the overtime because I'm telling y'all on the live, like, yo, let's stack up because we all know how it's gonna be after peak. I was telling all of us that. So here's the shenanigans though. So as I'm checking my schedule, you feel me? Like, all right, let me go ahead and plan out my next 2 weeks. We got the holidays coming up. Let me see how I'm going to plan my weeks and all that stuff. So I check A to Z. Guess what happens? My overtime day, which has been the same for the last 2-3 years I've been on the corporate side, has now been switched. I'm starting to think they're doing this on purpose. You feel me? I'm like, okay, y'all trying now. You like, well, let's see if we can get them to act crazy. Let's see how much self-control he really has. I think that's what's going on at this point. I think I'm being tested. They put me on the top 5 worst site to the top number 1 worst site. Then my manager gets snatched up. Then my overtime day, which has always been the same, gets switched to make the whole schedule just terrible now. Y'all, I'm going through it. It don't matter though. I'm still gonna have no business. I'm still gonna get it. But that did happen. My overtime day got switched. I work front half days. On my front half days and front half nights, salute to y'all out there. My whole time at Amazon, like I said, I've been with the company, 5.5 years, 5 and 3 months, something like that. This whole time I've always worked front half nights until I came to corporate, which has been about 2 years now. Then I got switched to front half days. Always been front half. And my overtime day since I've been with the company. I thought it was just corporate. Now I'm thinking about it. Since I've been with the company, my overtime day has always been Saturday. So as I check my schedule, my overtime day was moved to Friday. Bruh. Here's the front half day schedule, and this is why it just didn't make sense to me. Front half days, you work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's front half days. And when you have your overtime day, boom, it's Saturday. All of a sudden, mine's Friday. And I was frustrated with that because now when you look on the schedule, you work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. Then you work Friday for your overtime and then Saturday off. Then you're back to work Sunday. You don't have 2 consecutive days off. That makes zero sense to me. But I guess there was a quip that went out was like, hey, if you want to change your overtime day, sign up here. But I'm on the most busiest site on planet Earth when it comes to this company. So it's like, I don't have time to do extra curriculum stuff like that when all this stuff's being called out. So I didn't even notice it until my schedule changed. You feel me? So I'm just like, all right, I'm just rolling with the punches. The dope thing about it is it's just during peak. I hope I'm going to confirm that. But even if not, it's all good. You feel me? We're going to make it work. That's life. Adjustments happen. You make it work. So my peak just started and it's already off the charts. This peak has been already, just with the shenanigans, has been on a whole nother level, I think, than any other peak. Nah, I can't say that. Last peak, that's when they threw me on a busy site when I was just learning. So that was pretty wild too. But anyways, my OT has kicked in. So my OT has started basically November 29th. I think that'll be the day, down to December 27th. My guy, that's 1 month. We here talking about peak. It's almost over. It's only a few more weeks. It's only a month left. Are you working overtime? Is there anybody out there that's not working overtime? There were some people who were saying they haven't been working overtime for the last few months, and not just not working overtime, but like not even working all their hours. Tap in and drop it in the comment section and let us know, because that's where I said we can have some idea, not really even of the whole scale of the company, but it would look funny if there's still people not on overtime in the middle of peak. That'd be crazy. Right before Thanksgiving, that's unheard of. So if that is you, drop it in the comment section. I would definitely love to hear about that. But as I was just saying, peak is almost done. So listen, if possible, if y'all already burnt out, you feel me? I hope not. Please don't burn out, because listen, they won't break you. But this is my saying, they won't break you. All these jobs, they won't break you, but I take that. But some jobs will break you. Shout out to FedEx. You feel me? They be breaking humans. Anyways, most companies, they won't break you, but they won't stop you from breaking yourself. So if you are working that overtime, be sure you're getting your rest, your sleep, to make sure you just don't burn out. And once you do that, I think if it's possible for you to work, you feel me, as much as the overtime as possible, just because of the fact we 1 month away and it's a wrap for a peak season. What happens in December? Look at the past. You feel me? Look at the track record. It usually always gets slow. I always say that when it comes to the right after peak. So, you know what I mean? I think it'd be best, and I think it'd be wise that we all try to really capitalize with this last month. It's almost over already. And not just that, not just by working the overtime. Here's what I'm doing. I've said this before plenty of times in my lives, where I am already trying to inquire, look around, get my feet wet in some other industry different from what I'm in, just in case stuff start getting a little spooky in these Amazon streets, which I wouldn't be surprised. As I've said plenty of times, I was the first one to call out Amazon was going to have out layoffs on the internet, and it happened. Do I think they're done? I don't think they're done. I don't think all these companies, I don't think they're done. I still think there's going to be some fat that's going to be cut from the company. This is just my personal opinion. I'm not a representative of the company. I'm not a spokesman, and hopefully not. But you feel me? One thing I know when it comes to just big business and these conglomerates and these big companies, I'm not finna trust them. You feel me? Like, hey, you feel me? Grim Reaper, here's my soul. I trusted with it. No, you feel me? Like these companies only look out for themselves. At the end of the day, we do have companies. We just got a raise. We have a lot of benefits and perks with the company for sure. Other companies out here, they do good things for their employees, some of them. But at the end of the day, it's about the bottom line and it's about the company. It's about them. It's their company. You feel me? You can't argue with that. But what I can do and what I'm going to do is I just can't, you feel me, trust in the company for my livelihood. I just can't do that. Just like, oh, this would never happen or this would never happen. One of my sayings that I always say, and this is bigger than the workplace, is hope for the best, you feel me, but prepare for the worst. So if we're in a rocky climate, a stormy climate in this economy, and we see every company out here cutting costs and layoffs here and hundreds of buildings closing for this company, in my opinion, you feel me, I think it'd be best and wise and smart to be proactive in having other options instead of being reactive to a bad situation that could possibly happen. And now you're operating out of fear. Now you're operating out of anxiety instead of being proactive and calm, no stress, that type of situation. So I would encourage, you feel me? I've said this plenty of times within the last couple years, work on them resumes, you feel me, cash reserves, etc., preparing mentally, physically, and spiritually for what's to come. This ain't over. You feel me? This is not over what's going on in this economy. So I think it's best as well as we're trying to capitalize on these hours that's here, the extra hours, that we start to inquire other industries as well, just in case. Because here's the thing, most people to survive in today's time right now, you feel me, it's spooky outside. Most people have to have OT to survive, not thrive, not to survive. Most people need OT to survive. So what happens when the OT is gone? Listen, you feel me? Listen to your big bro SB. I would definitely think it's wise to always have your options open. And even if you have something as a side gig, not to work now because it's plentiful at our job. You feel me? The OT is in abundance. But what happens next month? What happens in December? That's 30 days away. What happens in 30 days though? You feel me? In 31 days, what's going to happen at that time? Are we going to wait until then to be reactive? I don't think that's the best thing to do. But anyways, that's just my thoughts. I don't want to go too crazy. Oh, but I do want to add in, I'm not talking about jumping ship. I've always used that analogy of we're in an economic storm and these companies are ships. Some sink, you feel me? Some hit the rocks, some get stuck. Amazon has been a safe ship. I was on the ship when we went through the pandemic, all the shutdowns. Amazon stayed afloat. Amazon actually thrived. How is Amazon going to hold up in this storm? I don't know. You feel me? But like I said, I'm against the wall in the ship, just preparing for any type of impact. But so I'm not jumping ship, and I don't think people should jump ship. Especially if you are trying to jump ship, I think you need to be very careful on that. Look into that company's history on how they handled the shutdown. How have they had any layoffs? Because look up the percentages of companies that have layoffs. I think they said it's like 95% chance they're going to have another one. So we really have to be strategic and use wisdom when moving around and operating in this type of economy and this climate. But yes, it's peak season. Let's get it while we can. Let's capitalize on these extra hours. Look, work safe. Drink your water, get your sleep, don't burn yourself out, but if possible, capitalize on the extra overtime so you can pay off that debt, pay off those bills, have some cash on hand, build your reserve, and as I was saying, try to find some other options just in case anything happens. If you don't know yet, your boy has dropped a new single. I just dropped a single. What's it called? It's called No Days Off. There you go. No Days Off. It's off a new project that I'm dropping called Hard Work Pays Off. I had a single called Hard Work Pays Off. I'm looking at the plaque, 1 million streams. You feel me? We up to 3 million streams. I'm going to get another plaque once we hit 5 million streams. So be on the lookout for that. But I wanted to make a whole project called Hard Work Pays Off. So this single called No Days Off, I just dropped it. If you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. I'll have the link in the description. I posted it yesterday. So if you look on go to my page, my profile, you can see the video there. First single off the project. Not 100% sure how many songs are going to be on there yet, but it's going to be some good stuff, man. I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoy it. And the full project should be coming out, I would say, let's give it like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and I should have everything wrapped up. And I'm actually going to be putting the new single, which is No Days Off, at the end of the vlogs for the next probably like week or 2 weeks or something like that. So if you ain't heard it yet, you about to hear a little clip of it. After you hear it, go stream it. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's on all the streaming outlets. Go check it out. I'm gonna play that for you at the end of this video. Y'all have a blessed week. It's your boy SB. Let's go.
No days off. Ay, I'm talking no days off. Nah, no days off. Ay, I'm talking no days off. Ay, I'm talking no days off. I'm talking no days off. Nah, talking no days off. Ay, I'm talking no days off. Ay, yo, no days off. Hello, coming to take it all. No days off, I'm breaking the labor laws. Turn into a beast, I feel like I'm growing claws. Going hard, get paid, and then I make the withdrawal like,